Karen, I was wanting to check something with the voice hearers. In the UK, we have learned that when we are asked the question, are you still hearing voices, that the answer should always be no, even when you hear voices. Is that the same here? So how many people here have had a doctor or a nurse or somebody say to them, are you still hearing voices? And you say no, but you're still hearing voices. Come on, who's done that?
It's okay, there's no doctors here, I think. You can be honest.
Yeah, you've done that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You've done that? Yeah. Many come on, who else has done it? Or even worse, you say, yes, they're still there, but they're muffled and they seem to be far away. I've done that one as well. Yeah. So what we learn in psychiatry is how to lie. That's one of the first things we learn to protect ourselves.
It's survival.
So if you think about it, the whole foundation of work is flawed because it's based on a lie. Because I don't admit I'm hearing voices, because when I do, they increase my medication, or they don't let me home for the weekend, or they keep me in hospital for longer. So I learn to survive by lying. I think that's a sad system.
And when we say survive, what we mean is for many people, the higher the dose of medication that they're on, the harder it is to actually live, to think, to be. So in order to have any sense of self, you learn very quickly to lie.
And so the whole system becomes a game where no one knows the rules, there is no referees, and everyone's dishonest. I was told when I went into the system that if I took my medication for 10 days, I would start to feel better. Right. A year and a half later, I was still in hospital, not feeling better. And then I realized, you lie. You say, no, the voices are not there anymore. Thank you, doctor, you are doing wonderful. And it's not true. And yet in my notes it will say I responded to the medication eventually, which isn't true.
In fact, the scientific proof backs this up, that only about 30% of people who are on antipsychotic medication get the benefits of that medication, in that it takes the voices away and what they would call symptoms. For the rest, the voices and other things continue. And I suppose the frustration I had as a nurse was that as people take more medication, they have more side effects, or well, I could call them side effects. They're less able to remain awake, engaged, have emotions and feelings. So it's incredibly hard to actually do the work that is necessary, particularly where trauma is involved, because the person finds it very hard to stay present.
And I think the saddest thing I see is when someone is so medicated that we say this person is ill, and we're saying they're ill because we see the effects of the treatment. not the effects of the illness.
I remember when I first started as a student nurse in 1984, and we had big old psychiatric hospitals then, of seeing people shuffling down the corridors like this, and their arms would be shaking and they would be dribbling. I thought that was what schizophrenia was. And I was so shocked when I found out that that was the treatment, not the schizophrenia.
So I think we've got to change the conversation. We need to start to have an honest conversation. You know, with professionals, with families, with clients. And also we need to have conversations with each other that go beyond the patient, the carer, the professional, and start from a position of we are all human, because that is the real truth. You have to make your mind up. Is it a disease process, or is it consequences? Once you answer that question, you can start to do different things.